Hello, all. I just was rewatching Candace Owens, or listening to her podcast. Man, Candace, I commend you. I've always been such a big fan of yours for like the last, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years. I followed you. And I've just always been so inspired by you. So inspired by you. And what you stand for and what you stand on, and you're a beautiful soul, you're a good woman, you're a good wife, you're a good mother, you're a Christian woman, you just carry such a strong duality in you, and you stand up, and you say what's right, and you also I can relate to you so much in different ways, and I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. None. No problem admitting when I'm wrong. But nobody wants to come and talk to me. Everybody just does it in the back. It's hard to have dialogues with people that they don't want to talk to you in front of your face. It's really difficult. And you have so much happening right now in the world today where it's just everything's like a distraction and an illusion to take you away from the brass grass of what's happening on the front stage, front stage of reality. That's so much in our face. And I had no idea that Epstein had such a big footprint in Florida, and Trump did. I had no idea. In the wealthy elite transaction in the Florida real estate. Yeah. And shield illicit activity assets, cleanup, physical and public links to wrongdoing. I mean, Florida is plastered all over everything. And Florida is where I live. Florida is where I live, guys. For entertainment purposes only. And, there's so much deception. And I, by the grace of God, given the circumstances of my life the last 10 years, there's particular individuals that I have worked hand in hand with for a long time. That was very good at words, very good at manipulating, very good at swaying, very good salesman. And because I have that knowledge, that wisdom that I gained during the time frame, well, I was broken, I was unhealed, I was unworthy, I was easily manipulated, easily used, easily coerced, very easily coerced. And very easily swayed because I didn't know who I was. And I didn't know what resides inside me being God, Christ conscience, right? All the time. You can just tell when you're around things that just don't make sense. They just don't add up. It gives you this icky feeling inside of you, right? And it's very easy to go along with a narrative, go along with the systematic ways, because that's what they condition us to, right? You have to make something of yourself. You have to buck the system and sell your soul, right? And there was always this strong pull of duality, which led me down, addictions, and led me down, the road that I had to go down, though, the road that I had to go down. Like every road and path that I've been down, I've gained so much wisdom and knowledge from that, I carry it with such a stronghold force in the full front of my heart and soul, because I've just gained so much from it, whether it's wisdom, knowledge, humility, humbleness, understanding, empathy, grace, patience, not only for myself, but for others. Right. And, I commend her so much, because there's just not a lot of people out there like her. And I stand with her 10 toes down, 10 toes in, man. And I completely agree with everything that she's saying. And I listen to her podcast, and there's so many things that come in my thoughts that I don't even know where they're coming from. But it's really easy to watch some of these different videos and interviews and things that are coming out. It's really easy to pick up on people when they're lying. They look down, They divert the conversation. They manipulate the conversation. They change the narrative of it. And you can pick up on that very quickly. Politicians do it all day, every day for entertainment purposes only. And, Florida has, in the last 10 years, whoo, buddy, I had a conversation today. It was the same conversation where we were talking politics a little bit. And what did she say? It's the same thing we've been doing for years. It ain't no big thing. Talking about what they just recently did in the bombing. It was a really powerful statement. And I made sure to say it out loud a couple of times because I was like, nah, I picked up on that. That's not, Yeah, I know it's something you've been doing for many, many years. I'm fully aware of that. I think the whole world's fully aware of that at this point. I think we're all aware, as we've been so graciously labeled the troublemakers. 555 on the clock, baby. Troublemakers. Yep. Let's make the troublemakers happy. Nah. Let me tell you what the troublemakers are. Get closer so everybody can hear it. The troublemakers are the ones that have done really, really, really crazy, dirty, demonic things for years and gotten away with it. That's the troublemakers. So take that, spin it, run it, but that's just the reality of it. And it's very sad. How crazy. Like, it's sad to me that there are people in this world that get off on seeing other people hurt. Imagine being on that side of the fence where you get pleasure out of seeing somebody else in pain. How can you carry that in your heart and not recognize that you're being ran by something not of the godly, not godly, not by any means? And I'm talking about in all branches, military. Oh man. And it's crazy. That's why there's a big movement here. And God is on the move. God is definitely on the move. And God is here. I wish people would see it. I wish people could see what I see every day when I look at the clouds and I look at nature, the wind, the synchronicities, patterns. I just pick up on the energy, of feeling the spirit around me. And, call it what you want, but I just felt really compelled. Yeah, there's a major footprint with Epstein and Trump in Florida. Go figure. Man, it's all intertangled. It really is. It's just crazy. I have such a big purpose, guys. I am going to make a video later on purpose. So I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. I've heard a couple people in the last 72 hours or so talk about purpose. I just want to know what my purpose is. I'll tell you what I feel like my purpose is. I feel like your purpose is finding the duality in you and connecting with God, Spirit, the Most High, whatever your spirituality looks like, whatever your religious faith looks like, whatever in your life that you worship, that's a higher power, right? Because there is a higher power, whether you believe it or not. There's a higher power, there's a lower power. And I think everybody's purpose in this world is to sow good seeds, be good to people. Be good to people. Be fair to people. To love people unconditionally. Love thy brother. Love thy sister. Walk morally, ethically, justicely. Stand on 10 for your faith. Stand on 10 for your brothers and sisters. Stand on 10 for your family, even if they choose to betray you. Stand on 10 for what you know is right within you. And stand on it. That to me is everybody's purpose. To be good people. Don't hate. Don't create groups. Don't create fake pages and send messages out. Don't manipulate documents. Don't falsify things. Don't go after people's families. Don't manipulate the system so nobody can make money. Don't manipulate the medical system so nobody can afford treatment. Don't manipulate the funding system to help, like SNAP benefits and medical assistance and things like that, so your pockets can get bigger. If you're going to be in the medical industry, go into help. Don't have some bedside manner. You know, that's things